And we are live. All right. Welcome to the Dork Show. No, yeah. How's everybody doing? Back again with another live stream. It is Sunday. What is it? So September 19th, 2021. I feel like an idiot wearing these glasses. However, they are pretty cool. We're going to get into this right now. Right now, I'm seeing 3 screens in my field of view here. Pretty interesting stuff. I'm going to show you a little bit of this. I can't show you the 3 screens, but I can show you the cameras and everything else on this. I can't figure out a way to see what I'm seeing in this augmented reality, but these are pretty interesting glasses. How's everybody doing? Let me take them off for a moment, just so I can see what the hell is going on the live stream here. Good to see everybody. All right, let's see. We have, only 7 people. Okay, good, cool. All right, Jeremy, good to see you. Good to see Handquake. Yeah, Van is here. What's up, Abhinav? Raphael, good to see you, my friend. Constantine, William, good to see you. Yeah, another live stream here. Hope you can hear me and see me okay. Hopefully the bandwidth will maintain throughout this live stream. Hopefully that is going to be the case. Another live stream, Raphael? Absolutely. All right, so we have here today a couple of things. I wanted to talk about these new glasses here, and you can see them here. And these glasses are the new ThinkReality A3 from Lenovo, and they're enterprise-based. There's an enterprise version. There's a PC version, which is the one I have here. And what's pretty interesting about this is it gives you augmented reality. So if you're in the field, you can have multiple screens. I can do up to, I think, 5 screens on this. Right now, I have it set for 3 in addition to my main screen. And again, it's augmented reality. So you're going to be able to see your environment around you. It's just pretty cool. So it's like a heads-up display on there. There's also a driving mode, which I haven't really tested out yet. Pretty interesting stuff. That's all I can say so far. Now, they're not cheap. According to Lenovo, these are going to be, well, I haven't heard, I got an official pricing. I'm hearing about $1,500 for these. Not cheap, but again, they're enterprise-based or enterprise-focused, and they're pretty comfortable. I think they're 0.3 pounds, a little bit heavy, and they are tethered. Now, you can connect this to a smartphone. I believe they say you can connect this to the Motorola smartphones, the certain Motorola smartphones, and I'm connecting mine to the PC. This one is the workstation that is compatible with it. Of course, you need some pretty good horsepower under the hood. This certainly has it. This is the ThinkBook P15 Gen 2. That my full review of this will be coming this week, by the way. But this is the one that they told me to use this with because this has the horsepower to drive these glasses. How's everybody doing? I see we have 19 of you watching. Hit that like button, people. Let's get this spread out over YouTube. And the other thing we have today is this. And I'll show you in a moment with a new laptop I have. This is the Dell UltraSharp 4K HDR webcam. And it's an all-metal premium 4K webcam that has some pretty interesting features. It's about $199 retail. I think you can get over at Amazon. I have a link in the description below. This one comes in, I think, at around $180, $190 over at Amazon. What I'm liking about it is it's a great work-from-home solution. It's a premium build on this. Very, very interesting webcam. We're going to talk about that in the latter part of this live stream. Let's hope that the Dell is actually UltraSharp, not 720p. No, this is 4K HDR. It's good. I think it's really good, and it has some pretty interesting features on it. We're going to go over it later on in this live stream. But let's start off with these ThinkReality A3 glasses. And I know they're not the most stylish thing in the world, but let me put them on. They're pretty comfortable considering all the tech that it packs in. Now, there are all the tech that it packs in. Now, right now, I'm seeing 3 cameras. And if I go to this angle, this is the layout that I have on it. You can see it here on the right screen on your right screen. You're going to see 3 desktops, basically, right? And the middle one shows you what I'm looking at right now, those 3. So there's one in the middle, 2 on the left. They're lined up pretty perfectly. Now, I can actually have these as curved. I can change the depth. I can change the spacing, the brightness, and the scale. So it's pretty interesting. These are 1080p resolution displays. Now, these have cameras on them. So there are 2 fisheye lenses on each lens, okay? They're 2 fisheye, that's wide angle. And then you have one in the middle, which I don't know, I think it's an 8 megapixel camera, something like that. I can show you these, what I'm seeing as far as the cameras are concerned. So if I go to, and let's go to this here, and let me go here. And if I bring this camera app up on the screen here, you can see this is so what I'm looking at is the laptop's camera, right? But if I switch cameras, I have 2 more options. So this is the front-facing camera. You can see my messy desktop, all the laptops in the back, some I can't show you really. Then you can see my screen here. And then, of course, I can just show you first person, really, point of view, right? So this is going to be interesting in the field. You could take video, you could take pictures with this. Pretty interesting. Now, if I switch it one more time, these are the 2 fisheye lenses, left and right, okay? And you can see these are fisheye lenses by the wide nature of them and uniqueness of them. Pretty interesting. So that's what I can show you. But what I'm actually seeing, folks, is 3 different desktops, right? So brightness is very bright. Now, I think they claim, I think it's 200 nits. Now, I have the specs here. So let me take these off for a moment. Let me switch back to this camera, or let me just go back on here, and I can show you some of the specs on this. And let me go here. Here we go. So these are the specs, and let's take a look at them real quick as I take off these glasses. 200 nits of brightness, handquake, and they're bright enough. I have not had any issues, but I've been using these indoors. I will try to test this outdoors, but I'll have to take the laptop out. Again, these are tethered, so meaning there's a USB port right over here, and you can see it there. And it's tethered, so that means you're not going to have to worry about battery life. Now, the downside of that is you're tethered. So if you have a smartphone, one of the compatible smartphones, like from Motorola, and I believe there's going to be compatibility with other Android smartphones, that's for sure. I don't know about iOS, but for now, they're listing those. And you can see here, the connected smartphone that they're talking about is the Moto, and I could show you here, the Moto G100. Then you could also look at the compatible workstations. I'm using the P15 Gen 2, but there are some others, as you see here. So that is pretty cool. Good morning, Robert. How are you? Wow, those are really nifty. Yeah. So you can see it here. And again, when I put these on, it recenters everything. And right now, I'm seeing 3 displays. Okay, so I have the main display on my laptop, and then I have 3 displays up here, 3 desktops really. 1080p resolution, according to this. 8 megapixel camera, I think, is the middle one. That was the color one. And then you had the 2 fisheye lenses. Now, these have speakers on them. They're audio, noise suppressing microphones. There are 3 noise suppressing microphones, stereo speakers, so I can actually hear audio. I have them turned down, obviously, because I'm on a live stream right now. So pretty interesting stuff. I thought it'd be interesting to show you guys as well. Now, if you go, and again, I can show you, this is the, and I can go here. So this is what I'm seeing with that front-facing camera. Again, don't mind the mess, but pretty interesting. I can see some use case scenarios for this. I'm looking at my desk here. Pretty interesting stuff. That's all I can say. I'm glad they send these over because I've been having a lot of fun with them. Now, if you switch over to this one, again, these are the fisheye lenses. So I can show you more of my studio. And again, I see 3 desktops on it. So that's pretty interesting, right? All right. That's pretty cool. Those glasses look like normal glasses. Maybe you can cheat online and proctor exam need to make more obvious. Now, the one thing, Dan, that you want to know, this does come with a few accessories in the box, and you do get some extra nose tips or nose guards to fit your face or your nose. And you also have a dummy lenses that you can bring to your optometrist to get actual prescriptions lenses made that slip in. I'm going to show you all this in the upcoming video on this. Should be pretty interesting. I don't think it has night vision, but I don't know what features they may add, Robert. That would be great. Now, one thing I did note is that those fisheye lenses did look pretty interesting. They were black and white, as you saw from it. But those are not used really for taking video. I don't think they are. I think those are to keep your depth of field in your field of view. In other words, you have those 3 screens on there, and that's what gives you the augmented reality. And you need those 2 fisheye lenses to keep it in perspective. They look like old man glasses. Google tried this already, and privacy was a big problem. I don't foresee this going mainstream. These are not mainstream. Okay, so these are not mainstream. These are more to do with enterprise. So they have an enterprise version, they have a PC version, and what and if you look at their video online, if you go to their site, they're touting this as an enterprise base, so you can use this in the field. If you get the one with the phone, you can interact. Yes, you can interact with the desktop with a mouse and keyboard, just like an actual monitor. Absolutely. So what I'm seeing on those glasses, the 3 desktops, I can actually move my mouse around as if I had 3 separate monitors, basically, or up to 5. You can have up to 5. I have 3 set up right now. So yes, Christine, definitely you can do that. So how does one get a hold of a pair? Well, you could probably buy them from Lenovo. I don't know the release date yet. I have to talk to them. I don't have pricing, but what I'm hearing is I think they're $1,500 or maybe a little bit above. Not cheap, that's for sure. But again, these are geared towards enterprise customers and so forth. So these kinds of solutions. Can you open Google on these glasses? So when you say, Fan, can I open Google? I can do anything I can do on the desktop. So if I need to do a Google search, it's all connected. So I can actually put it onto onto one of my desktops that are in the field of view. So yes, you can. Now, is there a button to summon Google? No. But I don't know what the functionality is when you connect it to a smartphone like that Moto 100 or whatever they're calling it that is compatible with this, the Moto G100, I should say. Could you recommend, we're going to get to laptops in a little bit. I have a new one here that we can talk about as well. I'll show it with the new Dell UltraSharp Webcam. That is pretty nice, so we'll take a look at that in a moment. It'd be good for science purposes, VR usage for looking into faraway worlds, maybe used by a doctor for remote surgery. That is exactly the kind of applications, Jeff, that they're touting on this. And I think they're just scratching the surface. But I think this is where the technology is right now. They're not mainstream, fans, so I wouldn't expect this to come in at a consumer price level. These are made for enterprise, really. But the technology, it's a really good show of technology where we are right now in augmented reality. Now, William is wondering if in the future we could have some positive benefits for people who have certain type of vision problems. I mean, I'm sure there's all kinds of things that they're going to be able to come up with. This just is a good demonstration of where the technology is right now. Good morning, Duck Vision. We're checking out these ThinkReality A3 smart glasses. And again, just for those joining us late, I know there's 34 of you now. If you put them on, I can actually see 3 desktops. And if you want to see what I'm seeing, you can't really see the exact desktops that I'm seeing right now. But if I go here, this is the webcam from, by the way, obviously from the workstation. But if I go to the next one, this is the front-facing camera. This is the 8-megapixel camera on the ThinkReality A3s. And then you can see my Sony A6400. Here you can see my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. You can see my MacBook Pro 16, my Dell ultra-wide monitor. And then you have more cameras galore. You have those two. So you can see what I'm talking about. I can put myself down over here. They don't, I mean, look, I'm not here for a fashion show, but I'm seeing 3 different, I don't want to move so much, I'll make you nauseous. 3 different displays, basically, 3 different desktops. And then you can also do a selfie with them. And this is an 8-megapixel camera. And you can vlog with these, I guess. These are tethered. Again, they're tethered. You can see here. To the workstation, so that means you don't have to worry about batteries. But then again, you're tethered, so you'll have to make sure you always realize you're connected via that wire, which has its benefits and it has its cons, I guess. So pretty interesting. Seems like some tearing on the live feed. I don't know if how's the bandwidth holding up. Hopefully, it'll hold up. A tech doing an on-site repair and have manual visible at the same time is working. Yeah, I think that's maybe one of the use case scenarios for it. So how do they connect? Wi-Fi, LTE. So how these connect is you need to be either connected to a smartphone, and they have on the website here. They have what is compatible here, and they're saying the compatible smartphone, I'm sure there'll be others coming soon, Moto G100. Obviously, Lenovo owns Motorola, so they're going to use their own smartphone. And then, of course, I have one of the compatible workstations here, and I'm using the P15 Gen 2, which is their mobile workstation. Oh, tearing from the glasses stream? I don't know. Maybe I was moving too fast. I don't know. And then don't forget, Duck Vision, I'm also live streaming it. So it's a lot of things going on. So that could also affect it. And I think this is like I said, this is a good demonstration of where the technology is today. Yeah, once I get it cleaned up, I'll definitely have to do a studio tour, maybe with these glasses. I don't know. Bandwidth looks good so far. Yeah, it does. Thank you, William. Not a lot of, I guess there's not a lot of interest. So you have 21 people, but this was more for demonstration purposes, so I don't really mind the low turnout today because I don't expect it on something this cutting edge. You know, I find this stuff cool. I find this stuff cool. Yeah, so it's 1080p, 60 frames per second. It should be. Let me double check my stream here. Yep, 1080p, 60 frames per second. Super chats are open. Super stickers are open. Memberships are open. There are 3 tiers. Help support the channel. And the other the other thing, of course, watching, subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell because I have a lot of stuff on the way. Now, just to recap, I did release a video yesterday. It's doing very well. It's the Lenovo IdeaPad 5 Pro 16 ACH. That's the AMD model. And it's got, I think, already over 7,000 views or something to that effect. So looking pretty good so far. I'm very happy with the results we've gotten on that. I do have another one coming on the Intel variant. I should be finished with that today, hopefully. So I will have that out this week. And then I've got some other backed up reviews that I didn't get to yet that are coming. But I also have some new stuff here to talk about. Now, we've already gone 20 minutes into the live stream. I'm going to talk about the UltraSharp webcam in a moment. I'm glad you watched it, Raphael. So for those that didn't see it after the live stream, head on over to my channel. Check out that review. It's doing well. People seem to really have been liking it, and I really like that laptop. Now, that laptop that I did review is really, to me, a game changer in a lot of ways, and I started thinking about it. 16-inch laptop, QHD plus display, 2.5K display, 2560 by 1600, 16:10 aspect ratio. It also has a lot of good features, upgradable storage, of course. The RAM is one of the things that is a con, of course, and I listed that. It's soldered RAM. You cannot upgrade the RAM. But at this price point, $1099 over at Microcenter, go over to the video, you'll see the link. $1099 over at Microcenter gets you a pretty powerful, portable 16-inch laptop with a high-res display. So I think it's a pretty good value to performance ratio. I'm liking what I see with that. All right, so these glasses, again, I'm going to do a video on these. I'll probably release it this week. I'm going to still play around with them more. They're, as far as weight is concerned on them, you're looking at 130 grams or 0.3 pounds. Not the lightest things in the world, but they are pretty comfortable. And again, they give you different nose guards. They give you different lenses. And then they give you those dummy lenses that allow you to go to your optician to put in prescription lenses. So I think that's been pretty good. All right. Now, let's switch gears a little bit. So you obviously see the P14 here. Let's bring in another laptop right now. And this is the box, by the way, that it comes in. But I want to show you this. This is the UltraSharp webcam from Dell. Let me bring in a Dell laptop that I just took delivery of. So this is the, and I have it on dim mode right now because I'm actually testing the battery, but and this is getting phenomenal battery life. This is the Inspiron 14 2-in-1. I think it's the 7350. I don't remember the actual numbers. Or maybe you could tell me here. Hold on. This is it says the Inspiron. I'll look it up. We'll look it up. But it's a pretty nice 2-in-1, 14 inches. Now, this is running the Ryzen processor. This is the Ryzen 7 5700U. So not Ryzen, not Zen 3. This is Zen 2. Now, having said that, and I can raise the brightness on the display, having said that, I've been very impressed with this. But we're going to talk about this in an upcoming video. So this webcam uses, a USB-C to USB-A cable I have here. So what you do is you connect the USB-C into the webcam, put it in all the way, of course. And then, of course, this is adjustable. So I can put this over here onto the laptop. And then you can see here it has a magnetic cover that comes off. And this cover is really nice. This is all metal design here. So this is an all metal design. So then, obviously, you plug this in. It's USB-A. And so now this is plugged in. And let me go to we can go to the webcam, but I'm going to show you some of the features. If I can get it working. And there it is. So, and you notice something, it's zooming into me. It's keeping me in frame. That's a feature that this has. I don't want Alexa. Let me see, Dell. Okay, so this is a 4K display. So a couple of things you want to know. HDR enabled on this. Now, not only can you connect it to this connection over here, but there's also in the box something you can connect it to a tripod. So if you don't want to use it connected directly to or to place it on top of your laptop, you can use it with this, the one included here, or you can connect it to a tripod. and that's pretty cool. Oh my God, we got a super chat from Robert. Unbelievable. Wow. $150. Wow, Robert, that's amazing. Thank you. Unbelievable. Too generous once again. Wow. Give it up for Robert, man. This guy is unbelievable. Thank you so much for your support. Unbelievable. So let's take a look at this. And you can see this is a glossy display, but in fact, what we can do, I can change this. Hold on. Because this has an HDMI port, I can show you what's on there, and here you can see it. So 4K display here. And you notice how it's following me. Well, that side it didn't do it. Let's see here. It keeps you, so what it's supposed to do is keep you in the frame. Oh, there it goes. You see? So it does follow me, and that's a feature that it does have. It also has presence detection, so it will log you in when it finds you. It will log you out when you walk away. It also has HDR. It also has different color profiles you can do on this. But I'm thinking this looks pretty good. I'm going to have an upcoming video on this, and here you can see right here. And here you can see its profile here, and there you can see it does have a little bit of a barrel type look to it, but I think it's great. It's all metal. It's a really nice look to me. I think it's a nice, and you can take pictures, you can do video, and so forth. I think it looks pretty good. How does it look to you people? Robert says it looks good. What is the resolution of the video? Is it 4K 60? I think it's 4K 30, but I'll have to double check that. Here, I could do the peripheral manager, the Dell. This will tell me really all we need to know, I think. Here we go. This is the app I was looking for. So this is the Dell peripheral manager, and you can see here, as it loads up, if it will load up anytime this century, I think I have it. Okay, there we go. So here we have camera control. So I can control the auto framing. It does AI auto framing. It does field of view. It does, I can do the different, you can go 65 degrees, 78 degrees, and of course, 90 degrees. And then I can do frame rate, exposure, autofocus. I could do autofocus, Windows Hello. So like I told you, it has Windows Hello compatibility, walk away, presence detection. I can change the different schemes here. So this is default. And let me, I know this is on battery mode. That's why it's so slow, because I'm testing the battery. Let me plug it in. Hold on. All right, that'll work better now, because I was testing the battery on this. View webcam. Click here to view the webcam feed. Please wait while apply your changes. Okay, so you can see here, it's a pretty nice webcam. Tell me what you think about it. Now, that's a good question, Russ. How does it compare with the Logitech 4K? That would be a good one, the Brio, right? That would be a good one to test out against. I think it's competitive. The price right now for this is $180 something over at Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. Good to see you, my friend from India. So this is 4K 30, but let me double check to see if we can find out more on this. So this is the webcam. It's the WB7022. You can record, you can save this recording. Camera control, color and image. So HDR is off. Let's put HDR on. So now it's going to apply that. This is HDR on. It's gotten even better, actually. Auto white balance. Let's see what happens when I toggle that. So it changes the white balance, but this is the auto white balance. Oh, here you could do brightness. I can make it brighter. I can lower it. You can control the sharpness. Okay, you can also do anti-flicker. So anti-flicker, 60 hertz. So this is 60 hertz, or you could do 50 hertz. Let me record something and let me see what it's recording in. So right now I'm recording. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. Let me stop the recording and let me see where it is. So here it is. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So not bad. Not bad. William says picture quality is clear and good. I agree. Russ says there is something similar like this. I think it's called the Osbot, which has an auto framing too, which is what I have on right now. But these may be a higher quality. Not a bad price. I agree. All right, we got a super chat from Mirko B. How are you, my friend? We got 5 CHF. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, my friend. So you can see what this is bringing to the table. No more of these potato webcams. This is something pretty nice. And I think it's pretty portable, although you'll notice you can see here, its profile here, right here. And it's pretty portable to take with you. Just throw it in your bag. You have something really high quality. You can even record on it, which I like, as far as doing like creative work with it even. Something portable. And they give you something to attach it to, a tripod. So that's pretty cool. With I think it's a 3/8 or it's a 1/4 inch screw that goes on there. I think that's 60 frames per second based on the wave of the hand, not much blur. Yeah, it might be 60 frames per second. I'll have to double check that. But I do have the information here. Let me see from their PDF here. So this is what they sent out. So maybe we can get some more clarification. 4K HDR webcam. Okay, let's see what else. Let me see if they get the specs here. Oh, yeah, here you can see, by the way, easy to use tripod adapter, and they do give you that. Unobstructed view. Facial recognition. Obviously, you could use a Windows Hello. It's got a pretty wide viewing angle, as I showed you. And a little bit of their technology. I'm trying to see if they show you the specs here. So the resolution, 4K, 24 and 30, Full HD, 24, 30, and 60, and then HD, 24, 30, and 60. The camera is an 8.3 megapixel camera, and it's using the sensor it's a large Sony Starvis CMOS sensor. So it is not 60 frames per second. What you might be seeing is you are seeing my live stream in 60 frames per second, but that's 30 frames per second. And you can adjust it up and down here. So I can click here to view the camera feed. All right. So I can adjust this up and down, and that's pretty good. So thank you, Mirko B, for that super chat. That was very nice of you. Yeah, so Raphael, I'm gonna bring a video on this as well. I'm gonna show it with that Inspiron that it's connected to right now. Now the Inspiron is looking good so far. Battery life, I can tell you so far. I can go to the test right here. You can get a little of a sneak preview. I started the battery last night at let's see. Well, we can tell you right here when I started it. I started it 8:49 p.m. last night. And it was at 99%, I believe. So if we scroll down, and I'm going to show you what it was this morning. I can show you what it is now, but I've been using it a little bit more intensively. It's at 12:44 right now, 12 hours and 44 minutes with 21% left. Wow, that's going to be really good. I can get at least another hour and a half out of this. So you're looking at about 14 hours on my continuous web surfing test. What does that mean? So that means you're probably looking at 12 hours for sure, maybe 13 hours, depending on what you're doing. So battery life is very good on it. Yeah. So I'm going to have a review of not only this webcam, but also the Inspiron that it's connected to, and you can see it here, although you'll see a lot of wires here, a lot of mess with these glasses. But there you can see the webcam here. And there you go. All right, 26 of you watching. For those joining us late, how are you? We're looking at the webcam. It's the Dell UltraSharp Webcam, and you can see it here. How's everybody doing? And it's supposed to follow me. Maybe. It works when it wants to work. It was working before. Trust me. Let's see what else you can do. So we could do, oh, I had auto framing off. Okay, it's back on. There we go. So here you see it. I had it off. This Dell Inspiron or the Acer Swift X with the 3050. So Russ, those are two different types of devices. So this Inspiron right here is a 2-in-1 convertible. The Acer Swift X is a clamshell. So two different devices. That's going to be more powerful, that clamshell. But this is more of a versatile device. You want to have tablet mode, use it with the pen, uses the MPP 2.0 technology, the Microsoft Pen protocol. There you go. I agree. I think it does look good, Robert. I definitely think it does look good. Specs do say 60 frames per second. Okay. But was it 60 frames for full HD, or is it 60 frames for, and I don't want Alexa, or for 4K? That's what I don't know. Let me go to that video I did. Let me go see here if I could go to the properties. Oh, God, I hate that. Okay. So let's go to here. So it's showing a video, details. Maybe it will tell us. So it did 4K 30 frames per second. You can see it there. Frame rate, 29.97, which is 30 frames per second. So that answers that question. So I don't know. I think it's according to this the press material, it can do 4K 30 or 4K 25, but it can't do full. It can do full HD 60. Let's see what that might look like. Let me see camera control. So that would be image probably. So HDR. Trying to see. This is default color. How do I change this to 60? It's got to be a control here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Let's go to the settings. Maybe not. Take that test video off. I'll play with it. I'll let you guys know. But right now, all I can tell you, looks good. It follows you, and that when you have that enabled, that camera control, that AI auto framing is what you're seeing. You see how it moves with you? Pretty cool. Yeah, Russ, you can do 60 frames per second, but it would be full HD. Probably will look good. I'll have to play with the different settings. I'm just trying to figure it out. So if you have camera control here, and this is what I love about live, we can just figure it out ourselves. Capture. Here we go. Full HD. So here we go, people. You can see it on the screen right here. So, and I could take actually, you know what? I could take myself off. 4K UHD, could do 24 and 30, as I said. You could also do full HD. Here we go. This is full HD. This is 30 frames per second. Let it apply. And this is 30 frames per second. And then if I want to go to 60, okay, so you can't do auto framing with 60. So let me turn off the auto framing. I could turn that off. And then let's go back to here, capture. And let's go to 60 frames per second. And there, let apply that. And there you go. Now this is 60 frames per second. And this will match the frame rate of what I'm streaming this live stream in, 1080p 60. I got it, man. We got it. Thank you, William. So this is 60 and full HD. You could do 720p. And by the way, you could do 24, 30, and 60 for that full HD. And then 720p, you could do 24, 30, and 60 also. Even the 720p is pretty good. And then if I want to go to 720p 60, this is what that looks like. So full HD to me with 60 looks good. I like this. But of course, you're going to want to have all the bells and whistles. You go to the full HD 30. Unless you're shooting in 24, and then of course you use 24. And here we go. We got full HD. And I can turn on that AI auto framing, and I go to camera control. And there you go. And now it'll follow you. So if you move around, it'll follow you, supposedly. So if I'm like here. And it's supposed to, there we go. It's supposed to frame me. So I'm always going to be in frame. At least that's what they say. Will AMD ever get Thunderbolt? Or can Intel only get it? Well, Intel owns the intellectual property, right? So, no. So, unless they make a deal with Intel, I don't see it happening. Now, USB 4 is supposed to have a lot of the same functionality, but we haven't seen anything with it. Ross is saying, I think the 1080p to 4K is a big jump in resolution. Yeah, I mean, it's 4K, and I have HDR enabled. And I have autofocus, but if I take off autofocus, see if I can. I don't know if you can, because I have the auto exposure maybe. Interesting. So if I take off the framing, let me see what happens. Now I can control the focus. So the framing's off. Let me move the camera a little bit towards me. Now, if I take off the autofocus, oh, I should have had this on. So I can change the focus. Yeah, you see I'm out of focus now. I'm blurred. So I can control the focus. But if I connect autofocus, obviously, it'll do the job for me. And then I can put the framing back on. Pretty interesting stuff. What do you think, people? You like it? What do you think about it? Let me know. All right. What do I think about the P1 Gen 4? Well, on a similar front, I should be getting that in hopefully soon, but I am getting the ThinkPad X1 Extreme Gen 4. I spoke with Lenovo, and they told me that I'm going to be getting it within the next couple of weeks. Hopefully, it will be on time, and we will have a video on that. So that is very similar in a lot of ways to that ThinkPad P1 Gen 4. You like it? Okay, good. When is the new Lenovo Slim 7, the 16-inch coming? Any idea? Really want your views on it and also comparison. Probably get it this fall. They just announced it, so I would imagine it's coming soon. If I get any information on it, of course, I will let you know. But right now, I don't have any information on that. What you can get over at Microcenter, as I showed you in the video yesterday, you can get the IdeaPad 5 Pro, which has that 16-inch display, which is really beautiful. Yeah, I can't wait till these new ones come. That's going to be great. Okay, so we're live streaming 45 minutes almost. I don't know. We're not going to go much more than an hour at most today. When is the new... Oh, so we already did that question. Any other questions? Let me see here, if the ones that I missed. So Duck Vision is saying I'm right. 4K 30, 1080p 60. That's fine. That's fine. I'm sorry, Duck Vision. Yeah, I know. I didn't know either. I looked at the press material and I found out. So we're good. We're good. All right. Didn't look. So I guess we had a lower turnout because of the topic today, but that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes we got to push the cutting edge, people. We got to push the cutting edge. Let me put these on. So this wire, you got to put it in a way where it's not in the way, and it's long enough. I wish it was maybe a little bit longer, but you don't want it to be too long. Oh yeah, there it is. It's booting up now. So there you go. I think it's a pretty interesting technology. Let me see if it boots up with the laptop closed. It's still, it's like circling now. Maybe it needs to be open. I would imagine it does. Anyway, you get the idea. I showed it to you. People, it'll be on the replay if you didn't check it out. These glasses are where we are right now in augmented reality. That's for sure. Let me unplug it. We don't need it right now. All right. Any 2-in-1 15-inch laptop you'll be getting. 15-inch 2-in-1, I don't know. Oh, yes. Well, I can't say. Well, there's something coming, and I can talk about it this week. I just can't talk about it just yet. Just wait a couple of more days. There is something coming. I think you could pretty much figure it out. You people are smart. So I can't talk about it yet. So stay tuned. We will have a very high-end premium 2-in-1 coming that I know a lot of you are going to be anticipating. But I can't name the brand or the model. I can't say yes. I can't say yes. All right. Agreed. I appreciate you bringing the different tech to the channel from time to time. Yeah, every time I do it, though, nobody watches, but that's okay. It's so funny. I made the mistake. Well, we have a few more minutes here. I made the mistake of going to Reddit. And the reason I went over to Reddit, I don't normally do this because it's pretty toxic a lot of times. So I did the ThinkBook P16 Gen 2. If you didn't see it, obviously go over to my channel. It was a pretty popular. It's doing well. And a lot of interest in that one. But I noticed that it was getting some traction on Reddit. So I made the mistake of going over to Reddit to seeing what they had to say about that video. So they posted my link to my video, and they were talking, Andrew Marc David is reviewing the ThinkBook, ThinkBook 16P Gen 2, yeah. And they were talking about how I'm obviously the only one I think who had it, and I was reviewing it at the time. And they were saying how they didn't like my reviews, that they were more like previews, and that, what else did they say? They said that I'm not a real reviewer like Jared's Tech and some other people. I don't even know. Elisa maybe. And so I thought it was kind of funny, to be honest with you. So I started... and I started saying, well, oh, gee, thanks. I was like, nice to pile it on. They kept one after the other, piling it on. And then I started thinking about it, who are these people and who cares what they think? All I know is it's doing well. People are watching it. That means I'm doing something right. Now, I have a nice studio here, as you saw when I did my augmented reality earlier. I have a nice studio here. I'm living in a nice house. I have a nice pool. We have a jacuzzi, thank God. Living a good life, and large part to this. So I must be doing something right. But to go over there and hear that, you want to, not that I want validation, but I am a real reviewer. I'm not fake. And they're trying to say I'm more of a salesman or a pitch person for these companies. Well, A, I'm not being paid by these companies, number one. And B, now I do get affiliate revenue, just like any other reviewer would post in their links. But I'm not selling this stuff. I'm giving you the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, excuse me, some people don't like me, that's fine. They don't like my personality, they don't like my style of review, that is fine. But for them to start, that's fine. I don't care. I take it with a grain of salt. I just thought it was interesting. I just reminded me why I never go to Reddit, because it is pretty toxic. Now, there is some value, you can get some value out of Reddit every now and then, but really not much, I don't think. I think it's pretty toxic. No, I don't listen to them, Russ. Where I know it's okay, we're doing all right? First of all, views are up almost 40% for the last couple of months. So we're looking good. As we're already out of the summer, we're heading into the holiday season in this fall season. You know how I'm doing well? I'm gaining subscribers. I'm gaining viewers, I'm gaining watch time, and I'm getting very high like ratios. So I know I'm doing it right. Whether you like me or not, it's irrelevant. That doesn't matter. It's just I look at the proof is positive in the results, and that's how I know. That's how I know it works. I guess you cannot please everyone. I think your reviews are some of the best. Thank you. I appreciate that. I am not saying I am the best. I think there are reviewers who are better than me out there, but I'm always striving to get better. But there only are a handful of reviewers that do what I do. Maybe 5, we can count 5. And of those, I would say 4 out of the 5 maybe are really, really good. Like most, I follow many tech reviewers. Your reviews tend to reflect more real-world experiences. Other reviews do go deeply into the tech measurements, but many don't want to see at all. Many don't want to see all that. So I have, right, and that's a good point, Duck Vision. I try to give you a blend of everything. So I try to give you what it's like to have it. I try to tell you about what it is, what you can expect when you open the box. I give you the measurements, the display measurements. I measure the heat. Not everybody wants to see the thermals, but if I don't put in the thermals, then they kill me. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? So it's a balancing act. You can't please everybody every time. Excuse me. Time for some coffee. Some people's kids, you have a great channel. The people that matter are here on your channel. And that is a great point, Robert. Thank you so much. And that's what it really comes down to, is what it really means. At the end of the day, these are the people who stick with the channel, enjoying what I'm doing, and it keeps me going. And I thank you for that. It allows me to get things like this that maybe not everybody's going to be so interested in, but it's a niche product. But I would never be afforded an opportunity. Lenovo would not come to me if there wasn't, a reason to send it to me. And obviously, you're the reason. So there you go. Yes, most are doing gaming laptops, which are good too. I do gaming also. You review business, everyday use laptops, it brings another perspective. Yes, I review gaming laptops. I review, which I just did the Legion 7i Pro, or was it 5? I don't remember. I just did the Legion a couple of weeks ago. I've done consumer, I've done budget, I've done premium, I've done business, I've done professional, all the segments of the laptops, workstations to gaming laptops to budget laptops, right? We got it all here. It's a full service here. Just like the USB ports, it's full service. We hope they're full service. Andrew reviews on what he actually gets, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that too. So I review things that I think would be interesting. Not everything turns out to be winners as far as view counts, but I review stuff that I like, but I also have to take in consideration, what is my audience like, right? So if my audience doesn't want to see these glasses, okay, I understand that. These are really niche products. They're cutting edge products. They're futuristic products. Fine. But every now and then, let's switch it up. Let's try to get something different. And it's fun for me to look at something other than a laptop, right? I'm tired of looking at the 720p potato webcams. I'm glad I have an ability to review something like this, right? This 4K webcam, which has a real world use right now, right? People working from home, they want better quality video conferencing, and this can bring that. The measurements are very well balanced. The thermals and other specs are sufficient and well explained. If someone wants a timetable stress test, they can go to see other channels. Yes, and here's the other thing about that, Duck Vision. I don't have the luxury, because I'm one person, and I'm hoping to expand into a team very soon because we're growing pretty fast. I'm hoping, and I don't have the luxury, my point was, I don't have the luxury to review everything so in depth that it would be 2 weeks for me to do one laptop. I don't have that luxury. First of all, I can't wait 2 weeks. I got to get it out, because every time I get a laptop in, there are 2 more waiting. So really, really, it's a balancing act. I'm trying to give you as much information as possible in a 10 to 15 minute video. I don't want to go less than that. I don't want to go more than that. Now, should I go 20 minutes? Well, then we're getting already well-winded, too long. I think the sweet spot is 10 to 15 minutes. And I think that if I give you all those numbers, I try to do the benchmarks. I'm doing the battery test on this as we're speaking right now. And I told you we're going to get good battery life out of that Inspiron 2-in-1. But I'm getting constant influx of devices. And if I don't turn them over quickly, then first of all, I got to send them back within a reasonable amount of time. But although I've carpeted my unit here, my studio, with the laptops, but they're going back at some point, obviously. And I've got to make room for the new stuff. So I can't harp on all these things that everybody wants and then just spend all that time for a very niche audience, a very specific audience that wants that. It's not going to appeal to the general mass, that's for sure. Rohit is asking, do you plan on doing phone reviews anytime soon? Because iPhone reviews are booming currently. I have zero interest in the iPhone that just came out, and that's just me. Now, am I doing phone reviews? Well, here's what happened. I got the Samsung Galaxy Fold Z Fold 3. I didn't even break 1,700 views, I don't think I did on it. First of all, I'm not getting it prior to the release like some of these reviewers. Secondly, my audience didn't want to see that. And how do I know that? I know that by the view count. Nobody watched it. Because nobody watched it, why am I going to invest big money in that? Because I have to buy those, right? I have to buy those. Why invest big money in that? I'm going to lose. Why should I lose money? I'm not here to, get rich. I'm not going to get rich from this, but I'm here to run a business in a sense that to keep this going, keep the lights on, keep these devices coming in. I got to review stuff that you want to watch. Yeah, and I think 10 to 15 minutes is a sweet spot. But as far as phone reviews are concerned, Rohit, I don't see me doing them at this point because the audience has spoken. The general audience has spoken. Now, that doesn't mean that I can't make use of a second channel where I do that. That could be fine. I might just do that. But finding the time to do the laptops and those phones is going to be tough, especially if I don't have a team. And that's the next point that I need to make is I want to get a team together. I've had a couple of people over the years, but here and there, but I want something permanent, and we're growing. And I think we had a point where I can only grow so much by myself. I can't edit the videos myself. I can't shoot the videos, edit the videos, script everything, benchmark everything, open these laptops to show you the internal. I can't do it all. It's just too much. And then work a day job as well. It's just too much. It is a lot of work. I'm not complaining. I'm loving it, but I'm tired. You get tired and I need breaks, but I don't have the luxury right now because we're now heading into the season. I've got laptops coming I can't talk about. Very exciting stuff. I'm liking what I'm seeing, especially the 16-inch laptops, as I said. But I'm glad I have this outlet to talk to you guys because this is one way for me to find out what's working, what's not working. And my core hardcore community here that finds me every week, good or bad, boring, no, not boring. You're always here and I can always count on you. And that's to me is tremendous. And I appreciate that. So am I going to review the iPhone 13? I don't think so. First of all, iPhones never did well on my channel. Now, I will review the new Macs that when they do come out, that's for sure. But iPhone 13, the MKBHDs and all these others, the Unbox Therapies, they already have had it and reviewed it, and there'll be 1,000 other videos before mine. So why would I even bother? Yeah, that's their time. Let them get all the views and all that. We have our steady flow of laptops coming in throughout the year. And we're right now in a precipice of all the new stuff coming. So I'm attending press conferences that we'll talk very soon about. This week, we're going to have the Microsoft event. And that leads me to another thing. Microsoft's going to announce some new stuff this week. I plan on doing a special live stream that evening. So make sure you get your subscriptions. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I will be doing a special Microsoft coverage of that event. And I don't know if it'll be 5 or 6 o'clock Pacific time, but it'll be somewhere between there. And I will be doing that. Oh, scratchy throat I need to get some coffee. So check it out. Windows 11 is coming. A lot of good stuff with Windows 11. I'm excited about the 16-inch OLED laptops as well. Duck Vision, stay tuned. We got stuff this week that I'm under embargo. I will be able to talk about this week. So there's going to be a lot starting this week, we're going to see a lot more stuff. And then as the review units come in, I will obviously go through each one. Hopefully the Microsoft event will be exciting. Hopefully we'll see an update to the Surface Book, whether they call it the Laptop Pro, whether they call it the Laptop Studio, or something to that effect. I am looking forward to that. I'm hearing Surface Pro 8 is coming. I'm hearing an updated Surface Pro X with a higher refresh rate. That's what I'm hearing. Can't confirm it, but that's what I'm hearing. Whether it happens, I don't know. I'm hearing a Surface Go 3, if I'm not mistaken. There's not going to be any I don't think they're going to update the laptop until the spring. And I don't think they're going to update the laptop Go either yet. I think that's going to happen this spring as well. There also is going to be a Surface Duo 2 with much better specs, much better cameras. We expect that as well. And I think that's going to come in white and black. Thank you, Raphael. Yeah, people, hit the like button. I haven't even checked. We have 39 likes. That's pretty good. We have 29 watching, so we have a good like ratio. That's pretty cool, people. What day of the week is the Microsoft event? I can tell you right now. Let me just take a look. I think it's the 20. Here we go. Let's take a look. It is September 22nd at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So that would be 8 a.m. Pacific time. So I'm going to go live not till after all the dust settles, probably 5 p.m. Pacific or 6 p.m. Pacific, somewhere between there, maybe 5:30, which would be 8:30 Eastern time, Pacific p.m. Eastern time p.m. Now, watch that September 22nd, okay? So that's September 22nd, William. I will be covering that, and I think definitely some interesting stuff, and I hope you guys are interested in it. I am. I think it's important. Hopefully this year, Microsoft will send me review units. I'm not anticipating it. I will go out and buy them. So I definitely, the ones that I definitely will review, of course, will be the Surface Pro 8, if that does get announced, as well as any updated Surface book, which I think they're going to rebrand to the Studio, what I'm hearing. I could be wrong. Yes, that is a Wednesday. Thank you, William. Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. What are your views on Lenovo's Project Unity that has remote file access, screen extension, etc.? I'm all for it. Anything remote at this point is obviously going to be good. So I'm very, very interested in seeing where they're going to go with that. That's for sure. I need to learn more about it, but from what I'm hearing, it sounds pretty good. Definitely support you and your channel. Obviously, Robert, you're one of the greatest supporters of the channel. Get a solid team behind you and blow it up. The sky's the limit for you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's the tough part, right? Finding people. I have trouble letting go, delegating things to people. I don't know why. I like to do everything myself, because if I have the motto, if you want to get it done right, you got to do it yourself. But I think that's going to limit me, right? So I need to bring in good people who can edit video. So if you're interested in a job, potentially, it could be remote. We can talk about it. If you're in the Las Vegas area, even better. But if you're looking for somebody, if you're looking for video edit, if you can edit in Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro, either one, or DaVinci Resolve. If you know color grading in DaVinci Resolve, that's great. If you know how to use a camera, great. Or I just need somebody to test the laptops for me, do the benchmarks. It's not hard. I'll show you what to do. I'm looking to build a team. So I'm going to talk more about that soon I'm going to be putting in a new floor in this studio. So this laptop tile is not going to, this was temporary. But I'm going to be putting a new floor. I'm actually going after this live stream. We're going to go look for flooring for this. And we're renovating my house, but this studio is going to be changing. The floor, at least, will be changing. And I'm going to put in some soundproofing as well. So, yes, to me too. But business is a hard teacher at times. Absolutely. Yeah, I got to learn that to let go and let people do their jobs, and we can grow faster. And by being able to grow, I'll be able to do more and have better quality and better content. And that's the key, right? So you're solid on the laptop stuff. So maybe try OS update reviews, beta stuff, like anything to diversify the type of content to reach more different-minded users. Right. And that's a great point, Rohith. I'd love to do all that. Once I build a team, I will be able to do more stuff like that and do different kinds of stuff. So it'll be good in that sense. I have a few I own, always a challenge. Absolutely, Robert. So you obviously know what business is like and what it is to grow a business, and what it takes to be successful, right? So I'm learning this through this advanced age of mine or whatever, but it's working, right? I took this channel from nothing, right? We took it from nothing, And now we're going to approach 120,000 subscribers, which I was thinking the other day just blows my mind. Yeah, it's small in the grand scheme of things, but for laptop reviewers, it's it's decent. And I never hit a point where I never grew. It's, you know, it would grow faster, slower, but it always grew. There was always growth, positive growth. And that I got to thank you people for. Take care, Robert, and thank you so much for that super chat. Very generous once again. We'll speak soon. According to William, you need to look for flooring that has a laptop pattern. This way it'll match your laptop floor. Well, I kind of like the laptop pattern. It's just a little too expensive, and I don't think the brands would appreciate it too much if I kept it as my floor. How long have you had this channel? So, Raphael, my first video on the channel went up end of 2015, so it's been a while. I would call the first year I gained 8,000 subscribers in my first year. So from 2015 to the 2016 to 2017, my first full year, I gained 8,000 subscribers. From 2017 to 2018, I gained about another 30,000. I would say I got about almost 40. And then from 18 to 19, I got up to about 70, 75,000 or 19, but something to that effect. And then I got to about 700,000 last year, basically. Maybe a laptop shelf will do. Yeah, no, we're going to be this is all going to change. It's going to be very highly professionally done. We're going to look at floors first today, and then we're going to get different furniture in here. We're going to take it to the next level, people. So stick with me. We're going to get to 120,000 by the end of the year. I have no problem. I have no qualms about saying that. Hopefully we'll get to even more. And then we're at 24 plus million views on the channel, so we're doing well. We already got our silver play button. That's out of the way. We've accomplished a lot here. And so we're really going. Now, my next goal, believe it or not, I've never hit 1 million views in 1 month. I got about 890,000, I think was my most I've ever gotten. So if I can hit 1 million views in 1 month, that would be another milestone. A lot of other channels go up and down, up and down. This has been very steady, good 500,000 to 600,000 views a month, which I'm very happy with. Good revenue from that because the good CPM on the stuff I'm doing, CPM is cost per meal. That's been pretty good. How'd you start? Like decide you wanted to do this? Well, Rohith, I didn't set out to build this channel to this size. I never thought in my wildest dreams at age 44 when I started out that this would even be an idea, or 45, whatever I was, that this would even be possible. I just thought was interested in the tech and picked up a camera and went from there. Now, the first 100 videos were terrible. You could look at them. They're all there. They're terrible. But I've progressed over the years and I've developed my own style, my own voice, and it works, right? I may not have 1 million subscribers. I may not even have 500,000 subscribers, but 120,000 is nothing to sneeze at. And it's a nice, really loyal, steady audience. And I'm happy about that. It's a really wonderful audience. Road to gold. Yeah. Well, you have to have goals, right? Listen, let's get to 200,000 and we'll start talking. Let's get to 300,000, but let's just take it one step at a time. Let's build a team. Let's get there and let's get this going. And I think we're just beginning. I've been doing this for a while already. I know how to do it. Just get me the stuff. Now it's just a matter of getting the products. And I've turned stuff down lately. I haven't talked about this. I've got so much stuff here that I had to turn stuff down for the first time, where I had to say to good brands, hey, you're good, but I've got stuff that's going to get even more views. So I'm going to have to prioritize. Yes, at the end of the day, Raphael, I'm a techie just like you. I'm a fan just like you. That's why I love this stuff, right? So I'm fortunate now that I'm an insider and bring you the information, to bring you the stuff that I can bring you, right? So they're inviting me to the press events. They're inviting me to exclusive stuff, embargoed stuff that I can tell you about once I'm allowed to, of course. Your channel might not represent quantity, but it definitely represents quality. I appreciate that, William. That means a lot. You're one of the true supporters of the channel, always commenting on every video, giving me your raw opinion, good or bad, right, of whether you like it or not. And that's what I appreciate. That's what I want. Absolutely. William for the win. Right, Raphael? And I think people like William, Duck Vision, Handquake, Robert, Raphael, I don't want to miss anybody, Jeff. I got to name everybody now, but you know who you are. Christine, who's been coming around lately. Who else is here? All the Ross, thank you. It means a lot that you show up every week because, you know, it's hard sometimes. You know, I'm saying, maybe I'll skip it this week. I don't feel like doing it. And then I say, you know what? I have such a good time hanging out with my friends. That's basically the way I look at it. Hanging out, drinking coffee, talking tech. What better morning on a Sunday? What better thing to do on a Sunday morning? I am sure there's other things people would like to be doing, but I'm happy doing this. So thank you. Cheers. All right. And Pavel, right. Can't forget you. You're here all the time. I'm going to miss somebody. I know it. But you guys are fantastic. All right. So we've hit over an hour. I've been ranting. Not ranting. I've been just reminiscing in a way. No rants. Everything is good. Just don't go over to Reddit. That's the thing. That's what all led to this conversation. Just don't go to Reddit. Reddit's fine. You know, people grieve they let off some steam. They say, I don't like this about a laptop. I don't like that. I don't like this reviewer. I like that reviewer. Hey, that's fine. I'm a big fan of Lisa. I'm a big fan of Jared Tech. I'm a big fan of all these, you know, bigger names or whatever, bigger channels. But I think I bring something to the table. I think I'm judging by the views, judging by the show up every week. We're good. We're good. And on that note, we're going to call it a live stream. I want to thank everybody for showing up today. It was, that's not the right one, but I want to applaud everybody as well. I want to thank everybody for coming by. It was a nice, intimate affair today. We got a chance to look at some future technology in that ThinkReality A3 sunglasses, or smart glasses, I should say. It's just a little taste of what's to come in the future, right, with tech. And then we got a chance to look at a really nice webcam, the 4K HDR webcam. That's the Dell UltraSharp. It's been fantastic. So I want to thank everybody. See you next time. And don't forget, a lot of good stuff coming. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.